Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new, I'm Kirill, justice analyst from Belarus living in Germany, and in this series of videos I'm taking a very close look at the entries of the upcoming Junior Eurovision 2024. And today we take a look at the Estonian entry, which will be performing with the running order number 2 in the contest in Madrid. So this year, Estonia is represented by Annabelle, who is 13 years old. She is from Tartu, which I believe is the second biggest city of Estonia. And her song has been written by a very, very well-known composer, Sven Lõhmus. And Sven has been responsible for a couple of Eurovision entries, such as, for example, Verona, or the legendary Randajat. Or maybe you even still remember the Rockefeller Street, which was one of the favorites to win the competition in 2011. And in general, Sven has written so many amazing entries, especially for Laura from Estonia, such as Destiny, Supersonic, Moonflowers. I hope these titles tell you something. If not, definitely check on YouTube. These are some great songs. And he even was one of the composers of the 2005 entry of Estonia, where Laura was also one of the singers. Come on, girl, sing along that song. Take the house to the early morning. Boring yesterday is gone. So and the song which he has written for Annabelle is titled Tänavad, or Streets in English, and let's just take a look at the lyrics to understand what it is about. In general, if I'm going through these lyrics and I'm reading, no one can stop them, you don't have to change anymore, you don't have to lose yourself, you don't have to pretend anymore here. It seems like Annabelle is trying to say to us that we should not try to change ourselves to fit someone else's expectations, but she's also saying things like that the streets are full of some white or gray building or something like that, and every house on those streets is a painting. We all should create our own story, not trying to fit the surrounding or something like that, being just proud of ourselves. That's a lovely message. I think it's important also for the kids in this Junior Eurovision Song Contest that they should stay themselves, that they should not, try to fit some pattern and to be this kind of stereotypical pop singer. So that's a beautiful artistical message. I appreciate it, but I think I don't want to waste any more time with the text because it's time to listen to the song. And first, I will listen to the full song completely without, stopping, giving too much of my comments. And then we will go for the second listen, where we will discuss some particular parts of the song more detailed. So it's time for Bridges by Annabelle. Sounds so much like Laura's songs. I just see Laura or Grete Paya singing this one. Really nice song. This pre-chorus rocks in comparison to the Italian one. This is something what elevates the song a lot. Wow. So we definitely see Estonia came back this year, not to again have one of the latest places, but they really want to have a good result. And this song, I can so easily imagine taking part in Eesti Laul or Finnish UMK. It's just kind of, typical radio-friendly pop song from that region. And I'm super happy to see this in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. I definitely have now very high expectations for Estonia this year when it comes to the live performance. I really hope that they can deliver, that they will polish everything in the live performance, especially vocally, because in this pre-recorded track, which I just have listened to, there was so much additional processing, so much editing on the voice. So I don't think that they will be able to do exactly the same for the live performance. But for example, in 2021, we had the same issue with the Armenian entry by Malena Kami Kami. There I had also super high concerns that in the live performance it will not sound good. It didn't sound the same, obviously, as the pre-recorded track, but it still sounded amazing and she won. So I really hope that Estonia will be able to deliver the same kind of level of confidence and, you know, spirituality in some way in the performance as what Armenia could deliver in 2021. But now let's go into the second listen. This beginning is absolutely epic. Like, it definitely drags your attention immediately. I'm sure there will be nothing sounding similar to this in this whole lineup of the Junior Eurovision. This is also very clever. Immediately when, you know, the beat kicks in, also this dancer pops up and starts doing some routine, like adding additional tempo, so to say. And I really hope that they will go for something similar in the live performance, that it has this epic beginning, and then when the beat kicks in, we immediately see some dancers. These are some really clever concepts which will help elevate the song live. This pre-chorus is great, and then how the chorus kicks in is also super clever. I'm only concerned a little bit that they are performing seconds, so in the beginning of the lineup, which is, you know, not the best position if you want to appeal to the televote. This song definitely tries to get those televoters, these online voters, in comparison to the juries. I don't think it's a very, you know, jury type of a song. Running order number 2 is not really contributing to them well, but I hope it will not be a reason Estonia will not do as well as they deserve in the televote. I really love how with the second verse, you know, even more instrumental kicks in, so it becomes even more complete. The whole picture sounds really like, you know, ready-made product, not, you know, a demo version of something. So very good production here. So the chorus is really cleverly designed. It's also really nice transition from the pre-chorus into the chorus. Melodically, it all sounds really like a complete picture, but I really have a concern that the juries will punish this one a little bit because the chorus is not really showcasing her vocals. It's not like, you know, a song for the musical competition in order to win something. This refrain is really a little bit monotonous, so I really enjoy listening to it, but I don't think that the juries will really stand behind this one. The bridge was now also very beautiful. I like how it was, you know, going like step by step up into some climax. Okay, the climax was maybe not as impressive as it could have been, but it sounded great. And I hope that Annabelle, with her clear vocals, will be able to captivate at least some juries with this part. Yeah, a little bit unexpected ending of the song, I would say. It kind of ends a little bit abrupt, but still great composition, great entry from Estonia. We couldn't wish for something better, I think. And now let's take a look at the Estonian past in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. So you can see now on your screen that last year it was their debut and so far the only entry, of course, in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. With this, they finished second to last, so not a very high result. And they were actually last in accordance with the jury voting, but they were 13th in accordance with the televote. They have achieved even 13.9% of votes in the online voting, which means that, yeah, more than every 10th person who was voting for Estonia. But in the jury voting, yeah, the result was really low. They managed to get only 3% of the maximum votes they could have gotten from the juries, which puts them in the average ranking of online voting in the last 3 years on place 12, in the last 7 years also on place 12. but in an average jury score, they are last in the last 3 years and they're second to last in the last 7 years, just simply because Cyprus did worse 7 years ago. And now let's take a look at the Eurovision Scoreboard app to see how the Eurovision fans like this entry. In general, you know, female bobs in a local language. This is something what the Eurovision fans are always craving for. And if I open the ranking, yeah, Estonia is place 3, not even so far from the second place, but with quite some gap to place 4. So that's, let's say, something I could have expected. Will Estonia really finish in top 3 this year? I don't think so. I don't really think that this is a sort of entry which will be ranked high by the juries. And if we take a look at the current voting system in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest, online voting is actually not deciding as much as long as you are not, you know, a favorite with a huge gap towards second, third place and so on. So in general, the points which all the artists get from the online votes are, you know, in a sort of similar range. So I don't really expect Estonia to be in top 3. I also don't really expect Estonia to be in top 5, but I really hope that the juries will not rank it as one of last or something, and that Estonia will at least be in a safe top 10 this year, because that's what they deserve. And what about the staging? So Estonia took part in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest just once. So this is the only one example of what kind of staging Estonian delegation can deliver in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. And last year, unfortunately, it was very basic. It was just a singer by herself with some more or less generic backgrounds. And it was also very dark, it was not really, you know, fit into the Junior Eurovision. That's why this results, especially with the juries. And this year, the song is, you know, kind of also a bit more adult, not really, you know, a typical childish song. So I don't expect that the staging will be, you know, bright colors, rainbows, unicorns and whatever. But I really hope that Annabelle will not be left alone on stage. I definitely can see that the integration of dancers, the same way how it was in the music video, would be so much contributing. So I really hope that the Estonian delegation has some budget for that, and that they will also not go for a generic background, but maybe something a bit more cool. So that's my opinion about the Estonian entry for the Junior Eurovision Song Contest 2024. I have really enjoyed it personally, and I would have been even happy to see the song in the upcoming Estonian selection for the Adult Eurovision Song Contest. So what have you thought about this one? Do you think I might be wrong there and actually Annabelle has a very good shot to win this year? I really hope so, but please let me know down below in the comments, and like this video, subscribe to my channel if you still haven't, because I hope tomorrow already the video about our next contestant is also coming. Bye bye.